Hello. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Hannah's Friday Live, demoing today's embroidery bingo stitch. Today is day 5, shockingly. How is it already day 5? It's unbelievable. Yesterday, me and Bonnie met in person, which was super fun. If anybody joined us for that, hopefully you got some good demo of the raised stem stitch. No, the crown stitch. The crown stitch was yesterday's. Yes. So let's do it. Let's look into today's. Oh, I wonder if there was a message. Am I supposed to remind you guys of something? Hold on. I don't think so. Oh, I know of something. I wanted to say that if you like the video, like actually click on the like, then that's helpful to us too. Get more people to see. All right. Oh, hello, Aubrey, Eileen, Karen, Sherry. Thank you for coming. All right. Let's see what it's going to be today. Ooh, yay. German knotted blanket stitch. One of my faves. It's a good one. All right. So if you already know how to do a blanket stitch, then you are on your way, because it's just kind of like, hold on, I'm gonna switch this around. It's just kind of like it's like a blanket stitch to the max. So, all right. So let me put this here so people can see if they come in late. Number 15. Oh yeah, let's see where ours is. German knotted. Oh, ours is number 20. So we're not on the board. Number 7. All right, Karen. Nice. All right. This is mine. Oops. This one right here. Hold on. Let me tip this a little bit. Oh yeah, this camera, it always takes a second to. It's like super good for up close, but it takes a second for it to get there. So this is the German knotted blanket stitch, and I did it here with 2. Oh, look at, I have ink all in my finger from yesterday's So Fun class. So here was with 2 legs, and then here I did it with 3. So I'll show you how to do both of those. Then Bonnie's, where's hers? I am not seeing it. Bonnie. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Hers was off the board. So she did the top row. It looks like she did 2 legs. And then the bottom row, she did 2 longer legs and a shorter one. And then 2 shorter ones and a longer one. It is fun, Karen. I really like it. It's a good one. All right. So let's see. Ours is off the board. I think what I'll do is I'm just going to do some like rows of it on the side so you guys can see it on the side. But I'll do, actually, I guess I don't really need to demo because it's pretty simple and I'm just going to be doing it on the edge. But I am actually going to use I'm going to use the, I don't know. I really like using the Morgan. So I'm actually going to steal this out of here and use the Morgan. Okay. So let me get this in. Nope. So yesterday, I don't know if you guys saw in our stories, but yesterday we had our So Fun kiddos, and this group of kids, I mean, every group of kids that we ever work with is just amazing. Kiddos are just so creative. They have no inhibitions. They just, they're just so open to ideas and having fun. And so working with them is always such a delight. And this particular group that we're working with is like, they're so chill. It's so funny. They're the chillest group of kids ever. I'm going to use this 4050. They are so chill. They just like, we literally, the group of us just sat yesterday for an hour embroidering together. And then we always have multiple projects going on. And so yesterday we have a macrame project going on right now, and then they can also do like thread dyeing. We do this really cool thing where we dye threads. If you guys have ever played around with using so you can, sorry, let me just say before I go back to that, you can use any kind of you can use the pearl cotton. That would give you like a nice clear line, but you can also use the floss, and then you can split it. I'm splitting it to 3 and 3. And then what we've been talking about is how if you want I'm going to keep I'm not going to mix these up because I want the variegation to show as I travel along. But what you can do if you want to just make it look like more blended is you could strip these where you take them apart and then flip one of them around or two of them around so that the variegatedness is going in the opposite direction. And so it just kind of like makes it less of a pattern and more of just like a blended variegated look. But I want that to show up today. So I'm going to leave them. I'm not going to strip them. Oh, this is a milliner's needle. I don't want to use that. I mean, I could use it, but I'm not gonna. Where's the John James? Oh, here it is. So a milliner's needle, the shaft is the same thickness as the eye, and so if you're doing knots, it's good to have a milliner's needle on hand. Okay, one more thing, and then I'll go back to telling you about the children. This new knotting method I'm loving. So you just fold the end of the thread over over your needle and pinch it with your non-dominant hand. And then, I guess you could do either hand. And then just spin your needle around a few times. So you're like twisting it. And then don't let go of your left hand or your non-dominant hand and just slide it down all the way to the bottom and then kind of grab it and slide it along. It's a nice little knot right at the end. Okay. So anyway, back to those kiddos. So we just all, like most kids were embroidering. Some kids were dyeing thread where you take permanent marker, like a Sharpie marker, and then you drip alcohol on top of it, and it makes it kind of bleed down the cotton thread if you use cotton thread. So it's just so fun. It's so cool. And then another kid was like embroidering with that. The other kids were just embroidering with regular floss, pearl cotton. And then another kid was doing macrame and braiding. So it's so cool. They're just such chill kids. All right, but back to the matter at hand, the German knotted blanket stitch, which starts with a blanket stitch. I'm actually just going to show you the blanket stitch first. So you are going to come up at the top. If you're a righty, you're going to work left to right. If I'm guessing if you're a lefty, you're going to work right to left. So you're going to come up at the top of the line of stitching. So if you imagined that I'm going to follow the grid. So imagine that this is the top line and this is the bottom line. Okay. So you're going to come up at the top. And then you're going to hold this working thread up and out of the way. Okay. And then you're going to come down, come back in, down at the bottom of the bottom line, the bottom row of your stitching. No, I'm totally doing this backwards. Sorry, you guys. Well, wait. I'm so confused. I do this all the time. Why am I blanking right now? That's what happens when you're under pressure and on live video. Yeah. No, I'm wrong. All right, you come up at the top. I mean, I'm right. You come up at the top. And then you've got this like loop. And then you come up at the bottom. No. You go back in at the bottom. Look at me. Ah! Ignore me. Ignore me. You come up at the top and then go back in at the bottom. But you have this loop. I just like did like 6 rows of this stitch because it's so fun. And here I am blanking on it. Thank you, Arlene. Okay, you come up at the top, hold your thread out of the way. Go in at the bottom. Yes, we've all been there. Yes. And then back out at the top like that. Okay. So then when you come out, you're going to go over the working thread. And then the working thread catches on the other part of the working thread. If I had not gone under it, then I would just make a diagonal stitch. So if you end up with a diagonal stitch, that means you didn't go under it. Okay. Then, so that's just a blanket stitch. So if you wanted to do a blanket stitch, you would just keep going. You just do this like vertical stitch as you go along. So I'll just show you the blanket stitch first. Okay. So here's your blanket stitch. Okay. Now to make it a German knotted blanket stitch, you do another blanket stitch right next to where you were before. Now you can decide how you want these to look. So what I like to do is I like to angle a little bit. So I'm coming back towards where I went back where I came out before. So I'm like kind of going back towards that. And then you're going to take your, where'd my thing go? Just in case anybody comes. Then you're going to take the blunt end of your needle, the eye end of your needle, and go under those two back in the direction that you came. So not like this, not going forward in the direction you're going back in the direction you came. And then that just makes like a tiny little knot. It doesn't really make a knot, but it just makes a little loop around it. So cute. Then you continue on, and then you just make your next blanket stitch. And then hold that working thread up and out of the way, and then do your next one. Then go, it helps to hold that working thread again out of the way. Take the eye end of your needle and then go under the two, going back in the direction that you were coming from. And then go around it like that. It's so cute. So the grid is like really nice for this. But just make sure you're going over the working thread. Otherwise, you'll just end up with a diagonal line. And you kind of have to zhuzh these a little bit. They can like travel down, but you can just zhuzh them up. There, I've got my 2. Then I'm going to go back in the direction I came, pull it tight, and then hold it down again. Okay, so now you can change around what you do with it. So, oh, and let me see if there's any design notes. Do, do, do. German knotted, just, yeah, lots of options for variations. So I'll show you some of those. So you can see how Bonnie did hers. Like I did threes and she did hers with like two different lengths. So here, I'll show you that. And you could also do this at an angle. Let's try that. Do it like this, then this, then this. Okay, so I keep like having the top of my blanket stitch going back to where it was and go under all three, tie it up. Okay, so that's another option. You could do 3 of them like I did before. So 1, don't do what I'm doing. Make your tail too short, too long. So 1, 2, 3, and then go back under like that. Okay, so tons of options. It's really pretty with the variegated. But you could use anything at all. Anything. Pearl cotton would look good. Filaine, you could do it. So you could do like you could make like eyebrows again, or if you use the filaine, you could make it like you could do some kind of feathers with it and then brush them out. So that's all the different things. Can the second stitch be very separated at the bottom but close at the top? Yeah, sure. Let's try that. Oh yeah, to finish it, you just go straight back down. I went back down right next to it, but you can also go over here if you want to have, the same as this on this side. You can also just go back in here, but I just went right in right next to it. But yeah, let's try that, Arlene. So we're going to go in. Oh yeah, and I can also show you how to do poke and pull if you don't want to do the sewing method. So you could do it like this, really far over. Yep, you can do anything. It's kind of interesting looking. Okay, so you can do anything. Then I suppose if you were like, oh, I don't know, I think I want to add more, you could just like undo it and then add another one. I think I'm going to try adding this one in the middle. There, go back. Okay, let me show you. Yeah, thanks. What was I going to show you? I feel like I was going to show you something else. Shirt. Can anybody remember if there was, can you remember what I was thinking in my head? Did I say it out loud? Oh, filaine, feathers. Who knows? But anyway, let's see. Let's see if we can figure out what people could do. Oh, poke and pull. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Okay. Let me thread up and I'll show you poke and pull. Although I should have showed you before. So for anyone who does not like the sewing method, I'll show you poke and pull. Okay. So to do that, you're going to come up at the top, hold that out of the way, then go back in diagonally from the diagonally. I did not put my hardware in a good spot. I did, yeah. So then now you have this loop, and then you're going to come up in the middle of the loop where you want the top of that stitch to be, and then pull. Then you'd hold it, go back down, hold it so that the loop doesn't close, come back up, and then go through like that. Okay. That's how you do that. All right. Anybody have any questions? Oh, Bonnie's so much better at the design stuff, but I can try to help. I was thinking it would be really funny. I did it with mine on the inside, but I was thinking it would be so funny to do it with the, like mine, it has the pokies going on the inside. It would be so funny if they were coming out like this. So maybe somebody could do that. Where do you guys have them? Let's see. Number 15 here. Yep. So yeah, I don't really know. I mean, there's like lots of open space in the back. You could fill. It would look pretty cool as a fill too. Or you could do a tiny one for the feather spike on the top of their heads. You could fill the body, do the things sticking out. Number 7, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. So you could do one here if you wanted to do an eyebrow with it. You could like, oh, it would be kind of cool if you like did it along here, kind of like how I did it, with them going in, and then like I did it with them going in. If you did that, but even farther. Oh my goodness, why does this take so long to focus? Hello. So if you did it, but even farther, going farther in, I just did them kind of dainty, but you could go in farther and like fill the whole belly. Number 9, this one. Oh, that'd be cool. You could like follow the top of here and then have them come down and then change the length depending on how wide the feather is at that point. Or like some kind of crown. If you wanted to do accessory, you could do a crown or headband. Oh, number 4. Yep, same kind of thing. Oh, this one might be kind of cool. Like you could do like a border. You could do the tail. You guys are super creative. I love seeing everybody's. Oh. All right. Well, that was it today. Pretty simple one. I hope that was helpful for you guys. And we will be back on Monday. And thanks for sending. We've gotten nice emails and posts on Instagram. Thanks so much. And if you have a sec to like this video, that would be great. Or even leave a comment. Can try to help us pick up some traction with the non-BonnaH Co friends, see if we can get some attention from them. So, all right. Well, thanks so much for joining me for the German knotted blanket stitch. And I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you next week. Bye.